What if Lord Voldemort knew the truth? Not just about Horcruxes, not just about prophecy, but about the Deathly Hallows, 3 objects, said to make a wizard master of death itself. What if the Dark Lord understood this legend before Harry Potter was ever born? Voldemort's greatest fear has always been the same: death. So when he discovers ancient texts whispering of 3 artifacts, a wand that cannot be beaten, a stone that recalls the dead, and a cloak that hides its bearer even from death itself, he listens, not with wonder, but with hunger. To him, this isn't a children's fairy tale. It's a blueprint for ultimate power. But Voldemort doesn't desire all the Hallows equally. The Resurrection Stone disgusts him. Why would you summon the dead when you could avoid joining them? The Invisibility Cloak seems beneath him. Stealth is a tool for the weak, not for the powerful. But the Elder Wand that speaks his language: absolute power, unquestionable dominance, finality. And so his hunt begins, years earlier than in our original timeline. He would be relentless in his research, studying history not for knowledge, but for clues. The fall of Grindelwald at the hands of Albus Dumbledore would be more than just a famous duel. It would be a flashing sign. The conclusion would be swift and obvious. Dumbledore holds the Elder Wand. Suddenly, the old headmaster isn't just an obstacle. He's the primary target. The First Wizarding War escalates with frightening speed. Voldemort's attacks aren't just about spreading terror anymore. They are precise, strategic strikes aimed at one man. Dumbledore would realize, far too late, that this isn't just a war for control of the wizarding world. It is a war for the control of legend itself. And here is where the true nightmare scenario unfolds. Imagine this combination: Horcruxes to anchor Voldemort's soul to the mortal world, and the Elder Wand to perfect his lethal power. Together, they would make him nearly untouchable. He wouldn't just be difficult to kill. He would be an idea that refuses to die. Every duel becomes unwinnable for his opponents. Every rebellion collapses under his overwhelming force. The wizarding world isn't fighting a man anymore. It's fighting a self-made god who has outplanned death itself. But the Deathly Hallows are not simply tools. They are tests of character. And this is where Voldemort's plan, for all its brilliance, begins to unravel. The Resurrection Stone, if he ever found it, would feel cold and useless in his hand, refusing to obey a master who fears death. The Elder Wand would never grant him its true allegiance, resisting a wizard who seeks only to dominate, not to understand. And the Invisibility Cloak, a symbol of humility, would remain forever out of his grasp. The Hallows answer only to one thing: the acceptance of mortality. And that is a lesson Voldemort, in his arrogance, would never learn. He seeks mastery, not wisdom, and that is his eternal, fatal flaw. Even in this darker, more desperate world, a boy still survives the killing curse. A boy who, unlike Voldemort, doesn't seek power. A boy who, when the time comes, doesn't fear the end. Where Voldemort hoards his fractured soul, Harry Potter accepts sacrifice. And in the grand design of magic, death notices the difference. If Voldemort had known about the Deathly Hallows from the start, the Wizarding War would have been shorter, bloodier, and far darker. But the ending, it would have been the same. Because true power doesn't come from conquering death, comes from understanding it. Thanks for watching. If you love exploring these dark, alternate timelines, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Voldemort could have won if he truly mastered the Hallows? Or was his fear always destined to be his fatal flaw? See you in the next one.